16 years gone, more than $1 trillion spent, and over 30,000 civilian deaths. Yet, U.S. President Donald Trump wants to spend more time and more money in Afghanistan, even though he said himself in 2015.
At some point, are they going to be there for the next 200 years? At some point, what's going on? And it's a mess.
So how bad of a mess did the U.S. really make? For one, it wasted billions. A U.S. government study found the United States contributed mightily to the problems in Afghanistan by dumping too much money with too little oversight. And how much money? Well, one investigation found the U.S. squandered $17 billion on countless badly researched and poorly strategized projects. Like fighting the opium trade. Since 2002, the U.S. has spent $8.5 billion on counter-narcotics efforts, and yet there's been a 43% increase in opium production. Or take agriculture. The U.S. spent millions of dollars to persuade Afghans to farm and eat soybeans. Only research already showed they're hard to grow, and Afghans don't like them. A $34 million preventable failure. Meanwhile, what happened to the Taliban? Well, the group went from being completely driven out of the country just 2 months after the U.S.-led invasion in 2001 to today controlling or contesting nearly 40% of Afghanistan. What went wrong? A lot of things. But one fundamental factor was that even though Taliban governance is not something most Afghans wish for, many found it more tolerable than the misgovernance, power abuse, and corruption they face from the state. Can you blame them? Since the U.S.-led invasion, poverty, unemployment, underemployment, violence, outmigration, internal displacement, and the education gender gap have all increased. And so have civilian casualties. Is it any wonder Afghans make up the second highest number of refugees in the world today? And despite all these consequences, the U.S. now wants to spend more money again, send more troops again, and let the military operate with even less micromanagement from Washington to continue trying to defeat the Taliban. They may just be there for 200 years after all.